Greetings, fellow Demon Slayers. This is Taimanin and Mari here today with another video, and you know what time it is. So it's Tuesday. We just had our update. So we're going to do what they added in the update. So for starters, I looked at the news. They extended the crafting period for New Year's bags. So it looks like we're going to be able to make those until the 26th. It says that the drop items are no longer available, so we won't be able to farm the mats for it, but I guess people have another week to craft them if they really want to. Personally, you guys know I don't think it's worth it, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out. So, moving on. Let's look at the game. So what they gave us. They actually gave us 2 AP pots. I already claimed them, but it's good to see that they're realizing that people want these. I don't know why they would have thought we didn't before, because like the next best thing I could get next to gems would be AP potions. I don't really care about BP pots. I don't use them actually. The only time I ever used them was when I was trying to rank an arena, and now that I don't do that anymore, they're just kind of piling up and collecting dust. But either way, it's good to see they're giving us AP pots, because that's a useful item that everyone can use, and it's totally helpful. Now, getting out of here, heading over to the gacha screen, Pumpkin Spice Tatsumi is now gone, so she will pop up in the premium gacha later. Sue is here for one more week, guys, so if you wanted to try to get anything for her, now's the time to do it. She's chilling there. I did check the premium gacha. Better yet, it's easier if I come here because it's more organized. So we did not get any new supporters added. As you can see, it still ends with Fuyumi here. So yeah, no Spica added yet. I'm waiting patiently for that. I'm hoarding my tickets because I want to finish her. So that's unfortunate. There's really nothing new added to the gacha, which I was really hoping there would be. So outside of that, what did they add? So, of course, as you guys all know, we do have Story Chapter 10 here. Chapter 10 was pretty fun. Asteroth definitely stole the show. Like, she's really likable as a character. And again, man, like, she's suffering from Mari syndrome, where I just wish she was playable. Like, God, she's so cool. Like, Kirara's always going to be, like, the character, like, that I dream of, that I want to have in AT, but it would be really cool if they made Asteroth playable. Just because, like, I've always liked mages. So it would be cool to have like a character who fits the mage archetype. Either way, it was a cool story. It was fun. A little bit like wordy towards the end. Like I feel like they could have cut it short with how the ending went. But you know, I'm trying to speak without spoiling it. So sorry if it's boring. But yeah, it was good. Like it was fun. It ended up being more comical than I thought it would be, seeing as Asteroth is like a greater demon. And it was actually a lot easier to clear on hard mode than Chapter 9 was, in my opinion. Just simply because when you fight Asteroth, it's just her. It's not... There are ads there, but the fight literally starts with her. So you could just burn her down, and you don't have to go through like a series of fights before the boss. So I loved that. Outside of that, we also got the Tread on Serpents event. Or the 2 Tread on Serpents event, sorry. So... you know the drill. The items are in the event boxes. You're able to go through the boxes, get the rare drop, and keep it moving by hitting this button. For those who don't know, it literally says right here, reset, wait, come back. Reset available after acquiring voucher, Snake God weapon ×1. So, for new players who don't know that you can do this, yes, you can reset the box. You don't have to get everything in every box. Once this voucher drops, you can go to the next box by clicking this refresh. Now, I always have some critique. I can't say whether it's credible information or not. I gave the disclaimer yesterday. I heard rumors that the first time Japan had this event, they were able to get all of these weapons to S level 5 for Yuki, Asagi, and Sakura. Now, I know for a fact the second time running the event in Japan that they can only get one to S level 5, and we seem to have gotten a carbon copy of that. We're not able to get all the weapons. We can only pick one to get to S level 5. Or if you don't want to get them to S level 5, you can take, one of each to use as glamour, because when you get them to level 60, you can use them as a weapon skin, and then you could get one of them to S level 3. Me personally, I'm probably going to get Yuki's or Sagi's to S level 5. I'm not going to get Sakura's, but it's really disappointing we can't max them all. So guys, make sure before you start picking tickets you really know which girl you want it to be for, because if you want to get a weapon to S level 5, there's no take backsies here. Like, once you pick a weapon, that's it. You don't have like any room for error. So if you picked Sakura's weapon and then you decided you want Sagi's, you're going to be stuck with a S level 4 Sagi weapon and just an S level 1 Sakura weapon. So that's kind of lame. God, I really wish that they let us get all three. Like, that would have been something so worth burning your AP potions for. But either way, let's look at the weapons. So, the ability, I believe, is a carbon copy amongst all of them. Let's just triple check before I open my mouth. Yes, the ability is the same on all the weapons. So the passive reads, increases particle charge from attacks by 75%. The active reads, calls forth an area attack of Toxic Stream that deals 1050% damage, and that would cost you 6 particles. Now, at maximum level, that would be 150% particle charge, and the active would deal 2100% damage in the area for the cost of 6 particles. So, the passive I'd have to test. It says from attacks, but I don't know if that means basic attacks or all attacks. So I'd have to really use the weapons at max level just to see how the particle charge looks. But if it's from all attacks, and you pair this weapon with something like Momoko or whatever her name is, the super rare supporter that gives particle regen, at S level 5, that would be 200% total particle charge on your character. So that's double the rate you would get your special. So that seems like it could be pretty decent. And looking at the active, I never like 6 particle actives, because then it's like you're basically choosing between that or your ultimate. But at 2100% damage, I think it may hit pretty hard, seeing as Major does 2000% damage. So we'd have to just see how hard it actually hits. We have to see what kind of area it actually uses. Like, is it a small AoE around you? Is it a big AoE around you? Is it like a cone in front of you? This all takes playtesting. But on paper, the weapons look pretty good. They also seem to mimic the rebellious weapons as far as how their stats divvy out. How they have low attack and higher crit. But obviously they are budget versions of those weapons. So if we look at all of these weapons, the attack for each one is literally within the 420 to 430 range. This one's actually 410. And then the critical would be well, this is 560, this is 511, Yuki's is 491. So let's just go compare these to base level gacha weapons so you guys can kind of get an idea of how they would stack up. I'm going to come here. You're going to go to this one. Okay, so we're going to look at the rebellious weapons since they're mimicking those. So Sagi's rebellious weapon, you see it has roughly 100 attack more and just over 100 more crit, maybe closer to 200. So the ultra rares from the event are inferior to a gacha weapon, stat wise, but that's to be expected. Still, they're definitely critical geared weapons because crit is their higher stat. So overall, not a bad deal, especially if you don't have these, or if you even just have these items at S level 1. Obviously, the event weapons at S level 3 and up are going to surpass a lower level gacha weapon, and the fact that you don't have to gacha and they're guaranteed is amazing. And also, for free-to-play players looking to get an S level 5 for their Sakura, Sagi, or their Yuki, it saves them having to wait to farm out Arena to get an S level 5 weapon, because this event is here now. It's just simply up to you to choose which one you want. And if you only have one of the girls, then hey, that option is even easier. So yeah, I don't hate the event. Overall, I think it's great that we even have an ultra rare weapon event, because it was really needed. Because the harder difficulties, especially hard events and time attacks, in like Arena Prologue, Normal, and Up seem to scale around you having an S level 5 ultra rare weapon. So it's good that free to plays will be able to get one under their belt, guaranteed. Moving on from that, what else is new in this update? Well, I'm kind of annoyed because we can't get all the weapons to S level 5, but that is nowhere near as annoying as this. Sue is also 1200. So, I was right, guys. I basically, like, what I said is, before Morisaki even got here, is I think that Emily was released earlier than Japan got her, because she cost 1200 in Japan, right? So there's no way she would cost 1000 for us, because that would cause an uproar in Japan. So they released her earlier to normalize the price point. So basically what we have right now is Renko's 1000, Shiranui is 1000, and then Emily came along for 1200. And now suddenly, because she was 1200, these characters that were 1000 in Japan are now also 1200. So I just believe that that was to normalize the price point. Since people paid for Emily, obviously if they really want Morisaki and Sue, they'll pay the 1200. But it just sucks that they cost 200 more, because 200 gems is, like I've said before, like about a week of farm, a week of diligent farm, because you'd be doing your special quest at least 3 to 4 times a day to get that, like, get enough to hit that 200 mark. But it is what it is. If you guys want Sue, she's available for 1200. So, yeah, sorry she's 1200, but again, nothing we could do about it. So leaving that screen, that's really all that was new in the update. I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys an Asteroth run on hard with Emily, since it's quick and easy, because it's only the boss fight, just to show you guys what I did. I don't know how it's going to be with other characters. I know one of the dudes on my server, I can't say his name because it's like NSFW, but yeah, one of the dudes on my server, he basically like said it was pretty hard with Shiranui, but he was able to get through it with Emily. I only tried it with Emily because Emily is what I use to clear things. But basically, because she has this big axe, as you can see, that literally did 200 life bars, and now Asteroth is stunned and kind of dying. She's in iframes right now. So yeah, like, Emily makes this super easy if you have her, like... Oh, she dodged. Bad Asteroth. There we go, she's dead. Okay. Now that that's done, Emily makes this super easy just simply because of how hard her axe can hit. You don't even really need Spica to like take advantage of the axe. You could just run a full red build and still enjoy the benefits of the axe bashing things in the face. As you can see, that only took 19 seconds, so it's a pretty brain dead hard clear. Like the maps leading up to Asteroth are actually harder than her herself, in Emily's case. So that'll be the video, guys. Like, if you found it like helpful or informative, please like and subscribe, as it really does help me out. And again, I appreciate everyone who's watching the videos through the end. I know the ads can be annoying, but they help me make revenue. And if you watch the video through, it also keeps me in the algorithm for YouTube, which keeps the channel growing and keeps it more popular. So thanks to all the people who sit through it, and I really appreciate it, guys. You guys are awesome. As always, I appreciate all the support. And with that, I will end the video. You guys go ahead. You have a great rest of your day. May you have good luck in your gotchas and in the arena. And you guys take care. I'll catch you later.